Hey Workshop Addicts, I'm John. Today I want to show you some shop-made dust control systems that will actually help you out quite a bit in the shop. I actually have two different downdraft tables to show you. First, it was my first attempt at a downdraft table. It's basically a benchtop model. Basically I set it up on top of my table and use it. The top here has all the holes where your dust is supposed to go down into. And around back here, this is where you hook up your shop vac. Unfortunately, the shop vac doesn't work extremely well in this situation. Just doesn't have quite enough suction, but this was my first attempt. This would probably work better if you had a whole shop system, a big vac system. But on the inside, well, I can show you the top again. I got grooves and holes. I'm supposed to direct all of the sawdust in. And like I said, it worked, but not great. I'm going to bring the camera in and show you what the inside of this looks like to give you an idea of what the design looks like. As you can see on the inside of the Downdraft cabinet, there's some sloped sides, and that helps to increase the airflow out at the edges and direct the sawdust in back to where the shop vac is. One other little feature that I tried to put into it was I put this little gate, slide it into the slots. That way all of your airflow would be directed in one half of the downdraft table, hopefully giving you a little more suction. Like I said, this thing worked okay, but I learned quite a bit from making it. So from here I moved on to a bigger unit, and I'm going to take you over to show you that one. That one I really like. Alright, now we're into my shop downdraft table. This thing works spectacularly. Just to give you a quick look at it, that side's pretty plain. Nothing on that side. Actually, this is down at the bottom is where the exhaust comes out from. Inside of this, I'm using a furnace blower, an old one. I replaced the furnace in the house, so use that blower for this system. It has a lot of air movement, so this thing works excellent. This side I have an area where you can plug in your sanders as you're working, and an on-off switch for the blower, which you just plug into the wall. On the other end here is storage for sanding supplies, sanders, pads, whatever. I'll show you once we get inside of this. There's an area in here that it's just blank space, so it worked perfect for this. This downdraft table also works as a mobile workstation and as an outfeed station for an outfeed table for the table saw. So when you make one of these, have that stuff in mind, because this could be a multi-use table. Alright, I'm going to bring you the camera in and we're going to look at the inside of this. Alright, here we got the top of the table. I went with these slats because of the large surface area of gaps in here. This seemed to work out pretty good. I think in the future I'm also going to make another top with a bunch of holes like I did the other one to see how that works. This works good, but I got a feeling the other one might work just a little better. I use a couple screws to hold this down, but then I bring the whole unit right off and we can get right into the guts of this thing. Hopefully you can see inside and get a good look, but just like the other table, I've got some slope sides to help direct the airflow, and over here, underneath here is where the blower is housed. It's taking the air in through this channel and then back out to the exhaust side. I have this all sealed up with caulk, otherwise I'd take it off and show you, but basically I just got the motor mounted in there, the blower and the motor, and then the cord coming out the side. This over here on this side is just a sloped area, so it was empty space, and that's why I used that for storage of my sanding material. This right here is a cover for the filters. This is where it all happens, right here. I wish I kind of would have made this with a bigger filter. One of those large high efficiency filters now that with your house that you replace once a year. Well, what I did here is I boxed in two filters. I have a pre-filter. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of dust on it right now that you can take out and wash and soap and water. Then after that, I have a higher efficiency filter, and it's actually getting kind of full. You can see there's quite a bit of dust that's been collected. And all this is a hole over here. The filters are in line, and then a hole that goes right into the blower. So it's really just as simple as that. Making some slots so these fit in nice and tight and easy to get out. a little cover for it, and then when you turn the blower on, the air's only got one place to go. It's got to go through the filters and out the exhaust. I'll turn it on here in just a second and show you how it works. Hopefully you can see this, but when you turn the unit on, it's actually fairly quiet. I can let this run all day long as I'm working in the shop just cleaning up the air, but the suction's pretty good on it. You can see any dust that I'm hitting off of this is just flying straight down. If I put the lid back on this, the surface, the dust just shoots right down. You take a piece of paper and it'll stick right to this. So if you've got an extra furnace filter, a furnace blower laying around, it's an excellent thing to do with it. Nice features I like about this table is having outlets and power. Once it's plugged in, I can start my sander up without it, run another piece of equipment off it, or turn on the downdraft table. So once this is plugged in, you can use this as a portable outlet, anything. But another nice feature, and this is something to really think about if you want to make one, it's where you're going to store it. Luckily, I was able to have my outfeed table just shorter than my benches. So, stores away flush, no fuss, no muss, and love my downdraft table. Well, there you go. Hopefully if you're looking to improve your dust control in your shop and you're looking to make a downdraft table, this helps. It's a very fun project. I was able to do it in about a day. I love it. One major tip I want to give you is I've got mine on casters, and if you are to make one, you're going to put it on casters, do not go cheap with the casters. I did, and they tend to lock up on me, and I'm just waiting for the day for one of them to break off. So if you do it, spend the money, get the good casters, because you'll be upset if you don't. I'm John from WorkshopAddict.com. Talk to you later.